Hey man, say man, what it do? Your dog Trey G, the young prince of the city in the building. Another episode of Trenches, the hottest, hardest hip-hop blog inside the Triple D, outside that motherfucker too. You know I gotta give you the rundown of what's the hottest stories in hip-hop, and we're gonna do it right now, man. Just cut it up, keep me on. Roll that motherfucking intro.
For the record.
Get this one thing clear.
The top story I got for you this week, Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj. You know, out in LA they had their little run-in at the jewelry store. Well, they had another little run-in. This time it was on Twitter, goddamn, or Instagram, whichever one you got to it to first, man. What happened was Meek Mill was scrolling through Instagram, I guess, and he liked a picture that was making fun of Kenneth Petty, right? I think that's his name, Kenneth Petty. Nicki Minaj's husband, I can never remember the nigga name, but I feel like it's disrespectful to call that man Nicki Minaj's husband. Kenneth Petty, I think is his name. Meek Mill double tapped on a picture making fun of him. Nicki saw it, caught wind of it, got in her feelings, and she tweeted at Meek Mill and said some more disrespectful shit, man. I mean, it got really bad too though, like that's the thing about it. Nicki Minaj was saying that Meek Mill beat his sister up, he hit women, he kicked his sister one time, he said something disrespectful to his mom, some shit like that. And I just gotta say, like, let me just step in just for a little minute. I don't condone hitting women or putting your hands on women, none of that shit. But me and my sister done had some knockdown drag-outs a couple times, and I done had to put them balls on her and whoop her ass my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Now, she done whoop my ass a couple times too, so we ain't gonna talk about that part of it, but that's the truth of the matter. Me and my sister done had some knockouts, you know what I'm saying, too, where I done had to, you know what I'm saying, just come across her shit one time, dive in her motherfucking 32. You know, that's brothers and sisters, we love each other. Now, Meek Mill responded back, he got a little grimy. Now, I don't know if you know, but Nicki Minaj's brother is going through a rape case, or went through a rape case where he was actually convicted of raping, I think his stepdaughter is who the girl was. Well, he was convicted. Meek Mill basically brought that up, saying that Nicki Minaj knew he was guilty and still decided to support her brother, even though he was a child rapist or a child molester, whatever the fuck happened with that situation. And they basically just went back and forth on Twitter, Instagram, just throwing jabs at one another, bro. Just being real petty and real messy, and just, you know, just shit that exes probably shouldn't do if they in a relationship with somebody else already. You dig what I'm saying, man? Meek Mill actually came to his senses. He said, you know what, this some clown shit. I'm sitting here arguing with you while I'm sitting next to my girl who's pregnant right now. So that's more breaking news out of this whole situation. Meek Mill confirmed basically that his girlfriend, his longtime girlfriend, secret girlfriend, not really secret, but he just really don't tell his business like that, which I understand completely. Milano is actually pregnant with his kid, man. So shouts out to Meek Mill and Milano on their new little bundle of joy. You dig what I'm saying? That's how they started out 2020. That's how the conversation ended between Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj. He actually was just like, you know what, I'm done with this shit. You need prayer, okay? So Meek Mill said, you gotta go to church and pray for Nicki Minaj, and they both dropped singles. Like the next day or the day of, you know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj's single Yikes came out. Meek Mill dropped a single with Justin Timberlake called Believe. Both songs are pretty good. I say pretty good because I'm not a real big fan of Yikes, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's not my demo. You know what I'm saying? Most of Nicki Minaj fans probably are a fan of Yikes. That's the song where she had the little Rosa Parks line, like get your ass up basically or whatever, something like that. But the Meek Mill Believe record, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, that motherfucker is fire. It features Justin Timberlake, and we're gonna kind of get into that a little bit later when the new music pop in, but yeah, that motherfucker is fire. Meek Mill Believe, go check it out, man. So, they squashed it, everything is cool right now. If they see each other at one of these award shows, it might go down. That's all I'm gonna say on it. Moving the fuck on, Yo Gotti's Untapped album sold 28,000 copies first week. I'm gonna give you just a little bit of a rundown of some of the new albums that dropped and what their numbers did, basically. Key Glocks, the Yellow Tape, sold 29,000 copies, which I thought was very interesting, bro. Moving along, the homie Russ He sold, I think, about 68,000 copies of his album, which, of course, I fuck with Russ at this point right now. I kind of like his mindset, where he at. He produces a lot of his own shit. He does a lot of his own stuff. So shouts out to Russ, 68,000 copies. But the album I'm most excited that came in, man, Lil Wayne Funeral album. Yes, sir. 138,000 copies. My nigga put that whopper on the game. You hear me? 138,000 copies. Of course, that means Wayne is gonna have the #1 album of the week come next week. 138,000. That's nothing to you know, turn your nose up at, bro. Cause niggas is selling, like I said last week, 10,000, 15,000. Niggas sold 8,000. I read one time, man. So 138,000 copies. Salute to Lil Wayne. That fan base has followed him all the way up until this point. Funeral is a pretty good album. If you're a Wayne fan, you'll probably like this album, so go check it out if you haven't. If you're not a Wayne fan, you probably gonna like this album because you ain't heard shit else from the nigga anyway. So go ahead and check it out, Funeral. 138,000, #1 album in the country. Big ups to Lil Wayne, goddammit. Moving the fuck on. Now, the last story I got for you, man, the homie Rich the Kid. Just last week, I was ranting and raving about Rich the Kid, saying how he had a nice little song with NBA Youngboy, Money Talks. Now, they saying his money ain't talking that much, goddamn. They say Rich the Kid owe his management company $3.5 million. Yeah, $3.5 million. You heard me right, man. They say he owed the management company all that fucking money. Back in 2017, May of 2017, they loaned him a bunch of money to, you know, get popping on social media, to buy the cars, to buy the watches. That's how that nigga was able to buy like 8 or 9 Richard Mille watches here, that $3.5 million loan that they gave the nigga. Anyways, they gave him the money back in 2017 with the intent that he was gonna pay them back. They was gonna recoup that money. Rich the Kid ass done plug walked his motherfucking ass all the way out their office and not paid them people. They done plug walked his ass to the car and said, ran off on the plug twice, goddamn. Get it in blood, bitch. He ain't talking about paying them, so they're taking him to court to get their $3.5 million back. We will definitely see how this story turned out. I wonder if Rich the Kid got $3.5 million though, like, cause a lot of that flexing and shit like that, that's a lot of flexing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these rappers, they don't be having it like they say they be having it, and they don't tell you the backstory behind how they got it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. $3.5 million loan, you gotta pay that shit back. That's a lot of fucking money, a lot of fucking records that you gotta drop and sell in order to get their money back. So we'll see how that situation work out for Rich the Kid. Still go download Money Talks because he need that money to walk. You dig what I'm saying? Nigga owes some people out here. Go download Money Talks right goddamn now. Moving the fuck on. Now, you know I gotta keep you up to date with the hottest in new music, man. The #1 song that I found so far this week, Tory Lanez, he has to take the crown, bro. I personally am not a big fan of Tory Lanez. I don't like his music, his whole like attitude, his vibe, the cocky shit that he put out there. But you can't deny talent, bro. Tory Lanez got a brand new banger. It's called Broke in a Minute. Say, fool. If I wouldn't have got copyrighted, if I wasn't scared of getting copyrighted, I'll put that bitch right here in this video. Broke in a Minute is it's one of the craziest beats that I've heard in like 3 hours probably. I'm not gonna put too much on it. Broke in a Minute, man. Tory Lanez, go download that, stream that if you haven't. You want to do it and do yourself that favor. More new music that dropped, man. The homie 2 Chainz dropped a compilation album, No Face, No Case. It features artists, I think, from his label that he has out there. So one of the major artists that really like left an impact with me off his CD was Schoolie. Now Schoolie been around for a little minute. He been around since I was in like goddamn me radio broadcasting school. Schoolie been around for a little minute, but he's starting to like bubble a little bit. Watch out for Schoolie. He actually was on the album and he is like killing all his features that's on there. He got one called Pop Off. Hey, Pop Off is a nice little record. I wish they did something a little different with the beat. But he has a instrumental, but he has a version where it's kind of like an acapella type of version on social media that's floating around. It's called Pop Off by Schoolie. You might want to check it out. He's singing on that motherfucker too. What you gonna do with me? What you gonna do with you? Pop off. Hey, talking to me wrong, about to take these bitches home. Hey, Schoolie doing his thing, man. Shouts out to 2 Chainz' album that dropped, man, and everybody on the label. Go check the CD out. It got a couple bangers on there too, man. You got some thump in your trunk, you really gonna like this one, alright? The homie Meek Mill, I talked about it a little bit earlier. Believe came out featuring Justin Timberlake. That's a dope record. Definitely go check that one out. He also dropped another one earlier, I think either this week or last week, called Letter to Nipsey. It features Rowdy Rich, go download that motherfucking record, cause he really spitting on that shit too, man. Like, he really talking about some shit. I was having a conversation with a partner of mine. Meek is one of the best storytellers that we have in this generation. We gotta protect Meek Mill at all costs, bro. I know Nicki Minaj beefing, but hey, man, you can't fight good music. Now, another album that dropped this week, man, Pop Smoke, New York's own. He came out with an album. Another artist that dropped the album, man, Pop Smoke, New York's own. He dropped an album called Meet the Woo 2. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, the whole album kind of does sound the same. But Pop Smoke got such a dope sound, bro, that you don't even fucking mind. I saw somebody tweet the other day, they'll never complain about the baby music sounding the same because Pop Smoke album is literally just repeat each song. But the fucking album is cold, bro. Like, listen to the album. It's called Meet the Woo 2. Pop Smoke out of New York, man. He got some of the dopest beats out of New York and the dopest flow out of New York right now, man. So he definitely doing this thing. Shouts out to Pop Smoke. Christopher Walken, that's my shit too, man. Niggas say they outside. Hold up. Niggas say they outside. That's my shit, man. Pop Smoke, what's up, what? And last but not least, I gotta keep it in the Triple D for this one, man. The homie Mo3, I know people in Dallas, they already know what's going on with the whole situation with Mo3 and Yellow Beezy. Y'all need to sit y'all rich ass down and just get y'all money. Y'all ain't gotta like each other. Just sit your rich ass down and get your money, bro. But the homie Mo3 dropped a new record, man. And he bringing that Dallas, you know, that Dallas boogie back to the city. He's trying to bring that Dallas boogie back to the city, man. It's called Beat 'Em Up. Of course, he took a sample from the video that came out of Yellow Beezy and Rainwater, Mo3's managers. You know, the altercation that they had. And of course, you saw Yellow Beezy in the video talking about, I beat him up, me. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So Mo3 took that, turned it into a song. And I ain't gonna lie, the motherfucker's so goddamn talented, fool. The song go fucking hard. Not only did he do that, though, not only did he turn that into a song, he also turned it into a challenge. He is giving out $5,000 to anybody that has the best I beat 'em up, like, you know, D-Town Boogie dance. I might have to throw my name in that bitch and start like, you know, shit, Ricky Bobby in that bitch or something. You know what I'm saying? Then you on the floor, all eyes on me. Bobby B. I might have to Frankie one time in this motherfucker. $5,000, man. Shouts out to the homie Mo3 for always doing this thing, man. He's super talented. Everybody know how I feel about that man talent. Like, that dude there is just one of the most talented artists out of Dallas, bro. They just need to stop the bullshit and separate that. You feel what I'm saying? That's just me being real. Shouts out to you for watching this video, man. Go ahead and subscribe. Let me know, comment, man. Let me know what you want to talk about, and we gonna do that right here. Home of hip hop, trenches. Let's do it. Your dog Trey G. I'm out this hoe.